Guys, welcome back to my channel. This reading here is for Aries for two-way path reading for February 2018. If you're a subscriber, thanks for coming back. And if you're not, please subscribe, hit the alarm, and hit the like always, guys. All right. I pre-shuffled and laid out the cards just to save time on the video, okay? This is your first path, second path, main situation, advice for your main situation, advice for your first path, advice for your second path. There's an outcome card up here for the first path. There's an outcome card up there for the second path. And at the end of each path, there's a clarifier for the advice cards. There's clarifiers for the end of each path. There's a clarifier for your main situation, a clarifier for your advice for your main situation. Okay, guys? So without further ado, let's proceed. If this reading does not resonate with you, check your moon and rising signs. Okay, guys? As always, follow your own intuition, okay? Let's get ready, Aries. The first card we got for Aries is the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups talks about being bored or just not being content right now in your life or waiting for something. You know, sometimes we just bored because we're just waiting for something or not feeling content because we're waiting for something. But this talks about feeling not content, a little bit bored, in your thoughts about stuff, maybe feeling like you're missing something in your life. The Four of Cups talks about, you know, dreaming about something you want in your life. I guess thinking about something else you want, not looking at the stuff you have in front of you, but wanting something else, something different also. You know, like I say, you might be feeling like you're missing something. Not sure, but it's coming. It's coming after an energy of, you know, you doing all the things you want and finally you realizing, hey, I want something else, or, you know, I'm waiting for something, or even waiting for a phone call. Okay, guys? So the Four of Cups can be talking about you're waiting for something, you're in that waiting energy, or you can just be bored or a little bit, I don't want to say miserable, because I don't see a lot of misery, but it can be. You're just feeling a little not content in your situation right now. Just feel like either something's missing or, you know, you can do more or something like that. All right, guys? I want to see if you can see the cards without so much glare. Okay, good. That's perfect. All right. So we're going to continue with the first path. This will always be the very first card to both paths. Okay, guys? But I always say, you know, the continuation, the first card to the first path or the second card. All right. So this is waiting, like you want to start something new, okay? This is the World. This is actually the last card of the major arcanas, and it talks about completing a cycle. So you just probably completed a cycle and now you're looking to, you need some inspiration or some, you know, maybe you have some new feelings of wanting to start something new or proceeding something new since you closed this chapter. And I always say, good job, guys, when you close a chapter in your life. This is a karmic circle, a cycle that's being ended, and you're moving on to something new. So, you know, you've been thinking a lot about what can you do next. That's pretty much what I'm getting. What's the next step that you want to do? What's the next step you want to pursue? All right. When you get the World card, it talks about somebody that's already been educated and been through a lot in their life, and now they're just ready to live something more according to them, more something desirable for them, okay? And now that you completed this cycle, you can pursue something more for you, more beneficial for you, okay? Or, you know, after you complete this cycle, you realize you're missing something. You want something more in your life too. So it's okay. It also talks about ending something, but it talks about a new beginning and starting something fresh, okay? And standing in your power, finding your place in the world, okay? So right now you're probably just spending time feeling like, you know, now where do I belong in the world? Now that I've done everything and I've finished all these different cycles in my life, where do I go next? Where do I proceed next? Where do I stand next? Where do I move on to next? What's your next new project? Your next new creative project? Your next relationship if you ended a relationship? Your next job if you left a job or you want to proceed in a higher course of, you know, work to make better pay or, you know, have more abundance and increase. So this is, you know, you ended a cycle. Now you're wondering what you want to start new, all right? Or you have this fresh new beginning you want to enter, and you're just trying to figure out how you're going to get it or how you're going to proceed it. The second card we got for the first path is the Star. The Star, which can also talk about, a air sign, all right? And usually talks about, this is another major arcana. It talks about Aquarius, all right? But it can be any air sign, Gemini, Libra, but it is talking about Aquarius and having your dreams come true, making a wish and finally, that wish that you've been hoping for coming true, or finally making that wish, okay? Because when we start a new journey, we know everything's, your dreams can come true. If you accomplished everything you wanted to and you did all the work in the study, now is when you're getting everything you deserve. Like, the light at the end of the tunnel is there. Like, if you make a wish, it'll come true because you put the work in and you put your heart, your intention, your mind, your everything, like kind of the magician does this. So this is you putting the intent of what you want to do next and making a wish of how you want to proceed next. And, it's going to be good. It's going to turn out good. This is a beautiful card. It's successful. This being successful in whatever you have ended and starting to begin is wanting to be successful, and you're going to be successful. Just make a, I say the wishing card. So make a wish, guys. Make a wish and watch it come true, because you put all the work you needed to, you did everything you have to do, and now you're just finding where you belong in the world, and just make a wish. Make a wish, guys. Make a wish. All right? So, or you're dealing with Aquarius, but there's whatever happens from this point on is going to be very successful. All right, guys? You're going to be accomplishing a lot of things that you put your mind to. All right, that's the main thing, putting your mind to something to accomplish it. Same thing as wishing. When you wish for something, you put your intent, you sending your intent out in the world, and you want to send that intention out in the world, okay? You want to let them know where you want to move next, where you're trying to proceed. You want to speak into existence, in other words. That's what wishing does, speak it into existence. So make a wish and get that new beginning started for you. And the last card we got for the first path is, of course, Nine of Cups. Is for completely and utterly, like, being happy in your emotions in every aspect of your life. Being happy, okay? Being in love, being financially stable, being the Cups is beautiful. It's just like the most, like the beautiful things in life, but this is being happy and, having all your cups filled and not feeling like you're missing any cups. And if you were at the beginning of the reading, you felt like you was missing a cup, right? And all of a sudden, you got all these beautiful, instead of these 3 cups, you're ending with all these beautiful cups filled because you decided to proceed that new journey and, go for what you really want, for what you're wishing for what you hoping for, okay? For that dream you've been looking for. You can start that dream now, in other words. All right, guys? That's a beautiful end card to the first path. Being emotionally completely content all aspects of your life. All right, guys? Beautiful. Now, the first card for the second path talks about, another major arcana. You got 1, 2, 3 major arcana so far, okay? And the Hermit talks about going within yourself. Taking time for yourself, going within yourself, listening to yourself, taking time to meditate, taking time to go within and thinking about stuff for real, stuff that you really desire, stuff that you really want. And the main thing about Hermit is finding, like, if you have all these questions in your mind, is like you're not going to find the answer out there. You're going to have to go within yourself to find the truth within yourself. And the Hermit is a major arcana. It can also is the card for Virgo. So you could be dealing with a Virgo, okay, Aries, or you could just be dealing with somebody that has this energy. All right. The same thing with the Star. You could be dealing with an air sign, or it can just be somebody carrying that energy. All right. That could be you. You have that energy right now, probably. So make a wish. But on this side, this can be you. It's, it's telling you, whatever you feel like you're missing, you're going to have to go within and really search hard within yourself to find the answers to that. All right. Whatever you've been waiting for, whatever you've been hoping for. But basically, whatever you've been pretty much feeling like you've been missing, or you've been hoping for or wanting, or, been on standstill, that call, whatever, whatever information you're trying to get, with this energy, you're going to have to go within yourself to get the answers for it. Okay, guys? So take time for yourself, quiet down your mind, meditate, and you'll listen to your higher self, and it'll let you know what you need to pursue and where can you go next. All right. And then we have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups talks about childhood memories or somebody from the past coming. It could be a Virgo from your past coming back into your life. Okay, guys? So be aware of that. Or, like I said, that is the Virgo card. That's it can be a Virgo coming back to your life, somebody from your past. It could be a friend, a lover, ex-man, or ex-girlfriend. A childhood friendship coming back into your life, but somebody's coming back. Or this could be you thinking about a lot of memories when you being nostalgic about being young, your youthful years, and the things that you really enjoyed and the things you really love, when you was younger, and that could help you also go within yourself and find answers of the things you want to pursue in the future and how you want your life to be in the future. When you go within yourself and take accountability for how your childhood was and those things that made you feel good or the things that you didn't like, but investigating a little bit within, or finding time to heal that inner child within. Okay, guys? So if it's not a friend or an ex coming back from the past, whether it's female or male, that's a Virgo. Okay, it can be you thinking about somebody from the past or thinking about you in your youthful years, in your your childhood years, about memories, which are nice to be nostalgic, but you don't want to linger in past memories neither. Okay, guys? You want to linger in past energies. You want to move forward. So let's see what else we're getting here. And for the last card we got, Justice. Justice is another major arcana card. It represents the sign of Libra. And a Libra person weighs things out. They weigh their pros and the cons out. They find fairness and justice into everything they do. So this is telling you to be more like a Libra and be fair and be just and weigh things out. Make sure you're looking at both sides of the story. Make sure you're looking at, the pros and the cons. But, justice is really knowing. It's kind of like it's whatever you do comes back to you. Okay, guys? So, you won't, something's coming back to you. All right? But you got to be very just and fair about it and weigh it out. All right? And it looks like the past is coming back into your life. So if the past is coming back into your life, make sure you're looking at, if you left that person for a reason in the past, make sure you acknowledge that within yourself. You're weighing that out. People do change, people do grow, so that's not necessarily saying that somebody come back with the same energy they had a couple of months ago. They probably could have grown a little bit and matured a little bit more and realized what they need in their life. But it's being fair and just in the situations you make and balancing it out, whatever decision you make for your future and whatever you want to pursue, making sure you're being fair with yourself and with others, and knowing that, it can be being fair with, you could be talking about, this card can also be about kids, somebody that has kids, and you could be dealing with somebody that has kids, you know what I mean? And you have to be very fair, and whoever's coming back, you have to find the balance and the fairness in it, because y'all both, there's somebody that could have a family already, and you just have to really be fair with the kids or be just with them, make sure there's balance. Because bringing two families together, like the Brady Bunch and shit, excuse my language, but like the Brady Bunch can be complicated at times, and you want to find balance and just in it. If somebody from the past that has kids coming back, or just generally somebody from the past coming back, and making sure you're looking at things clearly, and looking at the pros and cons of the whole situation. If a person is coming back, or if you have to go within yourself to find what your next step is in life, you want to be fair to yourself, and you want to be just, and you want to make sure you're making the best decision for yourself, head and heart. All right, making sure that you're being balanced in the decisions you make and the outcome you want to have. All right. Now, for the first path here, we have a advice card. That's this path over here, guys. And for your advice card, we have an offer of love. So this is talking about somebody. You're probably waiting for that cup of love. You're waiting for somebody, Aries, to come offer you this cup of love. All right. And in this path, it's telling you to start a new journey. And this is a wish come true. This is, they're coming in, giving you this cup of love. But a reminder here about this cup of love. This is the Page of Cups, because they could be somebody younger than you or carrying such a much more youthful energy. And when it comes to stuff like that, they tend to be a little reckless at times. Like they need, sometimes they can have room to grow. All right. But this is also can be you being intuitive in in your future, taking time out and being very intuitive about how you want to pursue it, and following your intuition, but I really feel like somebody's coming in to offer you this cup of love, and you've been thinking about it, you know what I mean? Or you've been hoping for this on this side of the path, and it's a dream come true. It's a wish, something you wished for, all right? And guess what? You'll get it, and you'll be completely, utterly fulfilled when you receive it. So make that wish, guys, because, not for nothing, but my last 2 weeks of Aries reading, had... Oh, no, not even. It was one of my personal readings for Aries. I did a personal reading for somebody, for an Aries, and it's kind of like the same thing came out. It's like, they're starting something new, and whatever they've been wishing for, they're going to get it. So all I'm saying is, for some of you, not all of you, because this is a general reading for a lot of people, but for some of you, whatever you've been wishing for is going to come true, okay? And for others of you, you're going to have to make a very... a strong, fair decision about what you want to do in your life, or, if somebody from the past is coming back, whether you really want to take that cup of love again. Because, like I said, if you left them in the past for a reason, you want to make sure that they're not still having that same energy that you left them with back then, and they want to bring it back in your life. Because sometimes we let go of people, and they still carry the same energy, and we might think they changed, but they don't. Or sometimes they've changed and they've realized what they really want, and they come back. Okay, guys, they come back to us. In general, to the people that they desire and want to be with for real. So it all depends on what kind of, put yourself in the situation mostly about what's going on in your life. That's what I tell a lot of people. Make sure you're sitting, you understand your life, and you're going according to what, your life is feeling. Follow your intuition. I always say this in every reading. Make sure you follow your own intuition, because neither one of these paths might be for you, and you might have to go listen to your moon and rising sign to get a message that is for you, because this might not resonate with you, okay, guys? So just be open to that. But I really do see that this reading is for a lot of Aries are getting the things they want right now for February, the ending of January, beginning of February reading. So y'all going to have a lot of this energy of getting the things you want, starting something new, People might try to come back from the past, and you got to know whether or not you want to bring them into your future. And you got to really take time to think about stuff like that, especially if it's love. Use your intuition, you know what I mean? Make sure you knowing that it's genuine. And if it is, go for it, because if it's something you've been wishing for, go for it, all right? All I can say is go for it, because at the end of the road, it looks good anyways. All right, and for the advice card for your second path, talks about somebody is waiting for the ships to come in. Taking action. Taking action on the choices you want is making a decision and taking action. This is somebody that has been waiting for the ship, that had put a lot of work and their new beginning, and they're finally getting the things they received. And that's the same thing the other path talks about, finally getting the things that you deserve. And the Three of Wands talks about that, being creative and making that decision. If when you're in a Two of Wands, you don't know which way to go, left or right. But when you're in the Three, you decided where you want to go. You're grabbing one of your staffs, and you're waiting for your ships to come in. Okay, you made the decision, and now you're waiting for the outcome of the decision. So good job, guys. Regardless, this is I see the Three of Wands of being very creative, but I also see it as somebody that finally gets the stuff that they've been wanting. Okay, guys? Finally, their ships are coming in that they worked hard for. So regardless, both paths tell you you're going to get the things you want, the things you deserve, and with the Justice card on this path tells you what you deserve. So whatever you deserve is you're going to get. And this side of the path is something you've really been wishing for is finally going to come to fruition. Okay, guys? Now, for the bottom here, all right, this is the advice card for your, wow, beautiful, guys, beautiful. This is the advice card for your Four of Cups over here, your situation advice card. And it talks about being independent, standing your ground. If you're single, being single and being happy, okay, being very financially content, successful. This is somebody that's very independent. This is somebody that could be single. This can be an earth sign also. That's Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. This is standing, like I said, being single, not, somebody that's broken away from being in a relationship, they finally single and loving it. Or it can just be somebody being more independent in their relationship and being more independent with their life, more grounded and more stable. Okay? So this is the ending. Regardless of which path you take for this situation, you're gonna be successful and you're gonna be very independent and you're gonna still be grounded, and you're gonna be happy in that energy regardless if you're single or not. Because if you're single, you'll be happy single because regardless you'll be financially stable, you'll be grounded, you know what I mean, and you'll be balanced. And if whichever path you also pick can be talks about being in the if you okay, I said if you're single. Okay, if you're in a relationship, this can be just being more independent and being able to pull your weight in a relationship and being stable also, okay? But being within your own power too, not letting other people tell you what to do and kind of have a say in your life, all right? So it don't mean necessarily you're single. It could just be you finally getting that power and being able to speak and, be your own creator and be your own independent person also, whether you're in a relationship or not, right? So that's a beautiful outcome, guys, a beautiful advice for your situation, all right? Now, behind your situation itself, we have a clarifying card, and it's going to clarify the Four Cups. And the Four Cups clarifier talks about the Five of Ariel. The Five of Ariel talks about a little bit feeling left out in the cold, okay? Or just wanting to do things on your own. That's really what it is. In this reading, it talks about doing things on your own the way you want, all right? So it says you needn't go through your current challenges alone. Help is nearby. Negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecy. In other words, stay positive. If you're trying to pursue something by yourself, you can, but just know that you have support out there. Like I said, in this reading, because this card does talk about somebody being left out in the cold. In this reading, it talks about you embarking on your own journey and wanting to do things on your own, okay? So this is somebody wanting to do things on their own, and whenever just know that even though you're doing things on your own, you have support, okay? And thinking negative bring negative outcomes, thinking positive bring positive outcomes, okay, guys? They're self-fulfilling prophecies. So if you're gonna think a certain way, you're speaking that into existence, you're feeling that into existence, and you don't want that. So you want to stay as positive and as clear and as truthful as you can in your life. And if you're pursuing things on your own, hey, it's okay. Just know you have people out there. You don't have to do things on your own. You have support out there, that can support you in your new beginnings and your new journey, okay, guys? All right, and the advice card, remember, we had the Nine of Coins, and the clarify for your Nine of Coins is the wheel. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You making the wheel turn. Once you get into this energy, the karmic wheel's turning. Okay, new beginnings, end of delays, a change in direction that offers happiness. So you're moving right into where you want to go. Both, you're getting a lot of you embarking on a new journey, whether it's by yourself or with support. It's going to turn out okay. You're turning the wheel for a better life and a better happiness. All right, guys? So kudos to you. You have things that are coming into fruition and you're making the wheel turn because you are putting intention. You're really being serious about the decisions you make. And that's the only way you could turn the wheel. All right? Is by making the hard decisions, all right? Making the hard decisions in your life to move forward and be in your power and be truthful and clear is the only way you can move this wheel. It's really pushing forward, all right? It's really like, getting to the bottom, rock bottom, and finally be like, okay, I need to do something and getting it done. And that's how we move the wheel when we really find ourselves in a position where we're taking the time out, mind, mentally, physically, emotionally, and putting it all together and setting our intentions to push forward and move forward, okay, guys, and into something better that is better for ourselves, for our higher self, for our highest good, okay, guys? So you move the wheel, and when you move the wheel, you make opportunities open and new beginnings open, okay, guys? Beautiful. Be that independent person. Because whether you're in a relationship or not, be independent, okay? Stand your ground. Even if you want to be single, stand your ground. Be independent. Think for yourself. Don't let nobody control your thoughts or tell you what to do, because you are grounded and you're stable and you're content in your life, all right? And this is telling you you are moving the wheels and you're headed in the right direction when you think about what really fulfills you and what makes you happy. Now, at the end of each path, we have a clarifier for the last card. So for the first path, we had the Nine of Cups, full contentment, emotional fulfillment. And with this one, we have Five of Michaels. The Five of Michaels is telling you that, all right, before I read the bottom, I'm going to explain something in the Five of Michaels. The Five of Michaels talks about having arguments and different fights, all right? And if your wish, you wishing for somebody, just, okay, very important. The Five of Michael is kind of reminding you, be careful what you wish for too, okay, guys? Because even though you think it might bring you emotional contentment, you might have to deal with certain problems like everybody else, and it's not perfect. In other words, nothing's perfect out here. This can also talk about mental thoughts, you having conflicting mental thoughts about your new beginning and how to proceed it, or having fears or doubts about them, okay? And it's telling you to release those doubts. That situation doesn't serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome. You don't know what's going to happen, okay? Just, release the negative thoughts. Release those doubts that you have about, pursuing your future and making your wish come true, because everything's going to be okay, all right? And you will be emotionally fulfilled, all right? Consider taking a more uplifting approach. That means thinking positive and doing things that make you feel good as a person, and follow, whatever your wish was. Make sure that it's going to make you, there's something you really want. And, it's going to make you feel good and bring you that emotional fulfillment you want. Okay, guys? And then for the second path, we're going to clarify the Justice card, okay? And the Justice, remember, you got to weigh things out, pros and cons, good and bad. And we got the Seven of Ariel, which is also having patience. All right, guys? Being patient. And, you have been putting the time and energy into something. Just because you're not seeing the outcome don't mean it's not going to happen. It will happen. You just have to be fair, all right? And with the Justice card right above it, it's telling you that it will happen when it's meant to happen. In other words, okay? When the time is right, all right? It will happen when it's meant to happen, when everything's put into play properly and you've done the proper, taking your time within yourself, you know what I mean, to really know what you want, all right? Before you try to make this wish, make sure you know what you want. Make sure you go within yourself and listen to yourself. Listen to your higher self. Take time to meditate and listen to who you are and what you really want in life. And then this also, like I said, could be somebody from the past, a Virgo from the past, or you lingering in past thoughts. And that's where, you have to make decisions from, all right? Just be fair and, find the balance in the decisions you're making, because, like I said, if somebody comes back from the past, you want to make sure there's a change. And if they haven't changed, you need to leave them in the past. Okay? Leave them in the past. If they have not changed, leave them in the past. There's nothing wrong with that. It's about you being more stable and grounded for yourself, not letting nobody overtake your power anyway. So, making decisions. You have invested wisely. Have patience and wait for the harvest. Review your progress and make plans for your next endeavor. So this is kind of like, still reviewing, still going within, still taking time to think about everything that you want to do. Unlike this path tells you, just close the chapter, make, whatever you've been wishing for and hoping for, follow those dreams, and, your dreams will come true. Just know that you got to release any negative thoughts that come from it, and, you got to, not let everybody else have an opinion about what you're trying to do. And you might even have to fight your way through the end, you know what I mean, just to get that complete emotional fulfillment. But it's worth it. That's the thing. It's worth it. It's worth the fight, in other words. It's worth the argument. It's worth it for you to try. But, you want to make sure that, even if, let's say, you're wishing for somebody on this path, you're wishing for somebody, and, this person, has an anger issue, you know what I mean, or something like that. It's like taking the whole package and knowing the risk and knowing that stuff, okay? So if you know that, or if you've seen them act a certain way, like I said, you've seen people have some traits that you don't want to deal with, okay? It all depends on what you're willing to accept for your future. That's why. So if you made a wish upon a star for somebody, and there's some traits of theirs that you don't want to deal with, well, you're gonna have to communicate that, okay? And let them know, hey, I'm willing to jump in this, and I'm willing to move forward in this only if we cannot carry these certain swords into this new beginning for us. All right, that's really what it's saying. All right, now the outcome for the first path card is the moon, another major arcana. The moon talks about your hidden desires, what you really truly want. All right, the moon talks about you, what you really want within yourself. Things like your dreams, your inner deeper feelings, okay? This is also can be a Cancer card, all right, guys? A Scorpio or Pisces, all right? But it's really the Pisces card. So this is follow your intuition. Use your intuition to make whatever decisions. Kind of like the Page of Cups. If we're talking about love, just use your intuition. Make sure whoever you're dealing with or you want to perceive, whether you want to, whatever guy or girl you've been wishing upon a star for comes, make sure you use your intuition. Make sure you know that person's right for you. The same thing on this side. If somebody comes back from the past in your life, you want to make sure you use your intuition and you know that, you know, they're part of that hidden desire, the deepening, the deep feelings within yourself, the emotional part, you know, the secrets, the dreams, the stuff that you don't expose to everybody else, because that's what the moon talks about, your hidden desires, those dreams you have at night, or those deep feelings you don't tell nobody about, okay, guys? Or it can be secrets you keep to yourself. But this is also following your intuition, all right? And being very intuitive, okay? Because any water sign talks about being intuitive, all right? And the moon is the card for Pisces, so be intuitive, all right, guys? Use your intuition, all right, and your hidden desires, and follow that feeling, all right? The opportunity to improve your plans. Listen to your intuition for accurate guidance. Face your fears and grow stronger, all right? That's the message from Archangel Haniel, all right, guys? And then, wow, love it. All right, I like these two cards. And then the outcome card for, I'm explaining in a minute why I say that. The one I got for the second path is take a leap of faith. That means you don't know what's going to happen. You know, sometimes you just got to not think of the outcome and just jump in. But, you know, you want to make sure it's fair to you and you know the risk. In other words, make sure you know the risk of whatever you're jumping into, whatever you're starting. Even though you want to jump, you want to take that leap of faith, just know the risk, okay? Just know that you also have dividing guides and spirit guides that protect you. But, you know, it could be a risky behavior. You know, that's what I was saying. Like, just know your risk. When you take a leap of faith, just know the risk. And it's okay to jump in. You don't have to know the outcome. Just be aware that it's, you know, there are risks, okay, guys? And, you know, also is not always logically thinking about making your next move. Sometimes you just got to follow your heart. All right, guys? Sometimes the main thing is to follow your heart. You know, for whatever you want to pursue. That's why I say I like the both cards for both outcome, because one talks about following your hidden desires, which is your heart, you know what I mean, and following your intuition, and the other one talks about taking a leap of faith. So regardless, in both paths, it's telling you follow your heart, follow your hidden desires. All right, what you want to do next should be what you want. All right, what you want. You see that 9 of Cups down here is what you want, what you've been wanting, okay, guys? And, you know, it's, you know, even if you feel like you're leaving people behind in the code, or you feel like you're being left out on the code because nobody agrees with your new beginning or your new decision, guess what? It's yours, nobody else's. And this is something, these are things that we got to understand. We have the power to proceed our life the way we want. And that's the only way we can make the wheel turn. All 3 cards are major arcanas in front of you. All right, you got the leap of faith, the wheel, and the moon, all telling you you have a new beginning. Follow your heart, follow your intuition, follow your hidden desires. Okay, guys? And everything will turn out the way you want to. And you can feel emotionally fulfilled within your life as long as you're following your heart, or what you truly desire within yourself. Taking time like the hermit and going within and knowing the answers, or really wishing upon a star and, you know, hoping your dreams come true. But that's all I got for you, okay, Aries? So I want to thank Aries, as always. I love and respect who you are. Always follow your own intuition, okay, guys? Namaste.